Now I'm going to discuss about FSMO role, and FSMO role also known as a FSMO role, and you can call as a flexible single master operation role. This is a very important feature in Active Directory. FSMO role is dependent on replication method. Why do we require FSMO role? Because FSMO role is doing their process perfectly. If we are having any kind of issue, FSMO role is used to catch. Suppose if my primary domain control is done, FSMO role stop their process. If we want to switch to the secondary TC, we need to transceive the role from primary TC. This is the process of FSMO role. Why do we require what kind of FSMO role? There is five FSMO role is divided into two category, and FSMO role is five kind of. How many kind of FSMO role? Five kind of FSMO role, but it's divided into two category. First is forest wide, and second is this is category. I'm talking about category. Fizmoro divided into two category. First is forest level, and second is domain level. Or you can say also forest wide and domain wide. How many kind of Fizmo role? Five kind of. First is schema master. Second is domain naming. Third is PDC Emulator. Fourth is RID master. Fifth is infrastructure master. So let me discuss about why Fizmo role is divided into category. Because we need to work. We need to divide the work because it's dependent on the roles. You can say forest having only two roles: schema master and domain naming. FSMO role is divided into two categories. First is, is forest wide, and second is domain wide. In forest wide, there is two kind of FSMO role. Schema master. Why do we need schema master? Schema master perform the read, write, copy, and user login operation of Active Directory, managing attribute. It's try to avoid conflict between trust and domain user. Just example, if we create same user to both domain entry, it will automatically delete one user and perform the domain between 180 bits. And domain naming. Why do we require domain naming? Domain naming is responsible to take care of not created any same name domain and child domain, managing domain creating, modification or deletion. This is the forest level, forest wide. There are two kind of domain in for FSMO role in for forest wide. First is schema master. Second is domain naming. So now I come on the point of domain wide. There is in domain wide there is three kind of FSMO role. First is PDC emulator, primary domain controller. If password change, it will replicate to PDC. Password authentication failure controlled by PDC emulator. Authentication failure controlled by primary domain controller. It's primary domain controller also synchronize the timing. Is it and basically PDC primary domain emulator used to manage time synchronization to all forest domain. If we are having the forest, we are having multiple trees, we are having multiple domain, so time synchronized dependent on PDC emulator. And now come on the point of RID pool. RID pool maintain the global RID space for entire domain like CN RID manage, CN system DC domain. RID master allocate user unique user group and object. etc. If RID is running, we cannot create a user group in DC. Suppose if our ID is not running, so if our ID is not running, we cannot create a user and group because our ID dependent on who. If we cannot create any user if our ID is not running. So come on the point infrastructure master. Infrastructure master help to replication user infrastructure help to control the communication between domain and child. You can say it's between domain and child. It's making the communication way. Infrastructure resolves the access control list between domain and subdomain. And if you are having any kind of a question or any kind of feedback about the infrastructure role, you can ping me. You are over here and over LinkedIn or over my blog site or over my YouTube channel. I'm using YouTube channel, IT blogger Bihari. Thanks for watching.